Welcome into another episode of Bad Corner Advice, and please bear with me today because I am fighting and struggling through some allergies really bad right now. Like, my eye is watering as we speak, and I sound horrible, but we're gonna power through it to bring you some Bad Corner Advice. Today, there's been some Ryan Garcia updates that we're gonna talk about, and also I am going to give my pick and preview the Usyk and Fury fight because I think I am going to skip next week because I'm going to be in Frisco at the ACMs with our country radio station 100.7 The Tiger. So I will be running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So I don't think I'll be able to do an episode of Bad Corner Advice next week. Maybe I'll do like a quick video real fast from my hotel room or something, but I will try to get something out. If not, I'm giving you my Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk pick today. All right, so let's start with Ryan Garcia. So, in the last episode of Bad Corner Advice, we talked about how Ryan Garcia has tested positive for some PEDs, and it was a positive test for Austerine, and then a inconclusive test for, God, I'm gonna butcher this one, 19 noran noran norandrosterone, and these allergies are not making it easier on me.
19. Norandrosterone.
Norandrosterone.
19. Norandrosterone.
That's what I'm talking about. It was an inconclusive test for that. So, turns out he was cleared of a positive sample for 19 norandrosterone. That's the last time I'm gonna say it. He was cleared of a positive test for that, for like, and those are like, for real, when you think steroids, those are steroids. Austerine is a banned substance, and this is coming from the USADA website. It is a selective androgen receptor modulator, or an SARM, a SARM. So basically it attaches to proteins and tells your muscles to grow. So think like creatine or something like that. Think of something like that. But it is banned, and it's not regulated by anything. But some supplements, like dietary supplements like ashwagandha, as Ryan Garcia pointed out himself, stuff like that can have Austerine in it, and it could be misleading on the label or just not have it on the label at all. And also, coming from the USADA website, WADA, the World Anti-Doping Association, has reported an increase in positive tests with Austerine. So, oh, and also, Ryan Garcia was found to have a billionth of a gram in his system on these tests, but he did request B samples, and we'll know more about that on May 22nd. So we'll find out if Ryan Garcia really did cheat, or if this was like a mistake, or maybe he was set up like he keeps saying. I don't know. Like, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But I think that Devin Haney and Bill Haney and Eddie Hearn are all being super soft about this, and Devin Haney is being the biggest crybaby in boxing right now. Eddie Hearn put out this statement that Devin Haney's super pissed because, and I'm paraphrasing here, but Devin Haney's super pissed because he could have gotten killed in that fight, and he was taking a lot of really rough hits. He was getting his ass beat. And if that were the case, and if you really were fearing for your safety, then I feel like maybe after Ryan came in overweight, the fight shouldn't have happened at all. And as I mentioned in my last episode of Bad Corner Advice, you can see, and I'll try to find video and insert it here, but you can see Ryan Garcia looking at Bill Haney like, stop the fight. So, like, if anybody was really concerned about Devin Haney's safety and him, like, getting killed in the ring or whatever, then you should have stopped the fight, or you should have not had it at all when Ryan came in overweight. So I just think that they're all being sore losers, and I think that Devin Haney looks like the biggest crybaby ever right now. A billionth of a gram of Austerine isn't what kept you from defending that left hook, Devin. It's just not. So stop crying about it. Take your L and move on. Especially if the B samples come back clean, then I'm gonna need Devin Haney to shut the F up. I'm gonna need both the Haneys, Devin and Bill, to shut the F up. But we'll wait and see what happens on May 22nd, and we'll make our judgments after that. But I still feel like no matter what, Devin Haney is being a crybaby right now. Now, let's move on to Tyson Fury and Usyk fighting next Saturday. But again, I will be out of town all next week, so I don't think I'll have time to record an episode of Bad Corner Advice. I will definitely try to, but I will give you my pick today just in case. Tyson Fury and Usyk, this has been a long-awaited fight, at least for me. I want to start this off by saying that I am a huge fan of Tyson Fury. I'm a fan of Usyk too, but I just love Tyson Fury. I think he's great. I think he's very, very entertaining, and I love his story and his mindset, and I love anybody that has like a great comeback story, and Tyson Fury does, and I will always root for him. With all that being said, I think that Usyk is a problem for Tyson Fury, and I think that I'm going to take Usyk in this fight. I'm going to take the underdog. He is the underdog. Let's look at the odds. I looked at them earlier, but I just want to double check. I think that Tyson Fury was at minus 120 and Usyk was plus 150. Oh, okay. So Tyson Fury is minus 120, but Usyk is plus 100 looking at it now. Tyson Fury is 34-0. He does have a draw against Wilder that we'll get into a little bit later. His last fight was against Francis Ngannou, and it's a shame that Ngannou took that to a split decision because Tyson Fury was fat as fuck during that fight, and he did not take his training camp seriously at all. I think he thought that he was just gonna have like an easy job with Ngannou like AJ did. AJ knocked him the F out, like one of the nastiest knockouts that I've ever seen, but he just didn't take that camp or that fight as seriously as he should have, and right now he's in really good shape. I think he's going to come in like low 260s or at his lightest maybe 260. I said that we were going to talk about the Wilder draw later. This is where it comes in. So he came in at 254 versus Wilder, and this is why I think that Usyk is going to be a problem for Fury. He came in 254 against Wilder. That was a draw. Tyson Fury's size is a huge advantage for him. Like, he will lean on his opponents and make them tired, make them hold him, and like use his size to his advantage. And yes, 260s is still like a pretty good size for Tyson, but Usyk has crazy movement, like crazy feet movement, crazy head movement. Like, he moves really, really fast for his size, and so does Tyson Fury, especially for like how big he is. But I think what Tyson's game plan needs to be against Usyk next Saturday is kind of like, so I was watching one of the AJ fights earlier, just as like a refresher, and AJ was hitting him with some body shots that was really slowing down Usyk. So I think that Tyson needs to hit him with some body shots, slow him down with the jab too, but at the end of the day, I just think that Usyk is going to win this one. He is going to outcondition Tyson Fury, and again, like I said, he's not going to have as much of his size as an advantage like he usually does, because he looks jacked. Like, he looks super, super good, and I think he felt like he needed to slim down to be quicker and be on Usyk's level in terms of movement. But again, his size is his advantage, so I think that he's going to be working at a bit of a disadvantage. I think it does go to a decision, or a late stoppage, like a super late stoppage, like one of the last round stoppage. But either way, I'm very, very, very excited for this fight. I cannot wait for it, and I am going to be locked in on this one. But my pick is Usyk plus 100 by decision, but I always do this, I might put some money on Usyk by knockout, which is, let's see. Usyk by knockout is plus 500. Tyson by knockout is plus 380. And Tyson by decision is plus 175. So again, I'm going to do the money line plus 100 for Usyk. And then I will probably put a little bit of money on the knockout line just because. But yes, I am very, very, very excited about this and I cannot wait. And hopefully, I will see you next week for another episode of Bad Corner Advice on the road. But if not, I will see you the following week where we'll break down the Fury Usyk fight and see what happened. And I think that by the week after, Ryan Garcia's samples will come back and we'll know more about that. So we'll talk about that as well. And we'll start to get into UFC 302 coming up in June. But for now, that is it for this episode of Bad Corner Advice, and I will see you next time.